Hey world! Welcome back to Dragon Fairy History. I'm your host Elijah and this is my co-host
Mary.
And today is our spooky episode where we are going to talk about yurei, which are Japanese ghosts. And we're going to tell stories. So, what do we start with? A fun fact.
Fun fact.
Okay, well, my fun fact is Halloween is my favorite holiday. I think it is better than Christmas. Mostly because I am not religious.
Fair.
And I think religious people enjoy Christmas way more. And also, who wants to be around annoying family? Halloween is about being with friends and having fun with friends.
I see that. My fun fact is that pumpkin is actually my favorite flavor. Like, I love anything that has pumpkin in it.
Flavor?
Yeah.
Like, more than grape? Or cherry?
Yeah, like, specifically in stuff like pumpkin coffee, pumpkin bread. Just pumpkin flavored anything.
Are you like the pumpkin spice latte girl?
Well, I don't go to Starbucks every day, but I do go a few more times in fall when they have the pumpkin. Because they're good.
You are that person.
I probably am.
Wow. You're the perfect stereotype. The basic white girl drink.
It's actually good though.
I believe it. You know, that's fair. I like pumpkin bread. I love pumpkin bread. I always buy pumpkin bread during October and fall. And actually, that's it. That's the only pumpkin thing I like. I actually don't like pumpkin.
Oh, I like anything that has pumpkin in it.
No, I've tried pumpkin pie and like that's okay, but it's like too much pumpkin. But pumpkin bread is just perfect.
It is
perfect. That's my favorite kind of bread.
It's my favorite way to have pumpkin, I think. It's pumpkin bread.
That's great. Well, now that we got our fun facts out of the way, we can start with our first story. But first, I just want to give this cultural note that ghosts in Japan have been very much popularized, starting with No theater, which was back in the Edo period when there was like theater about that very much popularized women who died with rage inside them, and that kept them on Earth to enact their revenge. And these stories are what soon became films and popular films like The Ring or The Grudge, which now have terrible American remakes. Never watched those.
Oh yeah.
Never ever. The original Japanese Grudge and Ring are so terrifying but also so good. They're great stories. And yeah, I just want to say that.
I agree.
Yes. But my first story is from this book I have, Strange Tales from Japan. This one, which is called As Smooth as an Egg.
Ooh.
So, it goes like this. In the Akasaka section of Tokyo, there is a steep road called the Kii Province Slope. Many years ago, there was a deep canal on one side of this road, while on the other side, a line of mansions continued all the way to the top. It was a lonely place even during daytime, and after the sun set, almost no one traveled along the road. There were rumors that badgers lived in the area that deceived and played tricks on people in any way they could. One night, however, an old man was making his way up this road on some urgent business. It was a moonless night, and the area was completely dark. Nevertheless, the old man moved along, holding a lamp to guide his footsteps. Halfway up the hill, he could barely make out someone standing by the side of the moat. Could this actually be a ghost? He wondered. Nervously, the old man moved the lamp toward the person, even in the darkness. He could see that it was a woman who was facing the moat and crying. "Excuse me, but what's the matter?" the old man asked gently. But the woman, who was crying pitifully, did not answer. When he looked carefully, the old man could see that the woman seemed to be quite young, and that she was perhaps the daughter of some upper-class family. Her kimono, he noted, was of the highest quality. "No doubt she's here for some very serious reason," the old man concluded, and forgetting all about his urgent business, he walked up to the woman's side. "Listen," he said softly, "you shouldn't just stand there and cry. Try to tell me what the matter is. I'll do whatever I can to help you." Hearing these words, the woman raised her voice and cried even more violently. It seemed as though she would jump into the moat at any time. "Wait, you mustn't think about dying." Shaken to his core, he put his hand on the woman's shoulder to stop her from jumping. With that, the woman suddenly stopped crying, with her hands still covering her face. She turned around, then in an instant she let her hands fall to her waist. "Ah!" The old man stumbled backwards, his breath caught tight in his chest. The woman's face was as smooth as an egg, with no eyes, no nose, or mouth. "Somebody," yeah, it's so freaky. Somebody help!" the old man cried, and ran tottering up the slope, oblivious to where he was going. The old man had no idea how long he had been running. And then suddenly he saw a small flickering light up ahead. "I'm saved," he mumbled. "Thank the gods." The old man finally managed to stagger up to the light and saw that it came from a small soba shop at the edge of the road. Wasting no time, he entered the shop, breathing hard and in a state of shock. "What's the matter?" the shop owner asked, who was standing over his stove. The old man was out of breath and hardly able to say anything. "Have you been robbed?" I saw her." The old man was finally able to get something out of his mouth. "A woman." "Really?" the shopkeeper replied. "What did she look like?" The old man nearly went crazy just thinking about her face. "Did she look anything like this?" the shop owner asked, and he turned towards the old man and stroked his face. In an instant, the man's face had become as smooth as an egg. Then the lamp went out. The old man screamed something in a high-pitched voice and fainted dead away.
Wow, he couldn't take it?
I mean, I'd faint.
That's great. Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
how would you react if you saw a faceless head?
That's true, yeah.
Would you not just cease to exist?
Yeah, probably.
Yes. So, what'd you think of that story, Mary?
That was good. It's very descriptive on like what the face looked like.
Yeah, it's just as smooth as an egg.
An egg, yeah.
An egghead.
Literally.
Isn't that like Humpty Dumpty?
Wasn't his whole body like an egg with arms and legs though?
That's probably worse, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
That's way scarier. Is Humpty Dumpty like an actual like happy tale, or was it like a horror story?
Kind of, because they couldn't put him back together again. So, poor Humpty Dumpty.
Poor Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. I actually don't know how the rhyme goes.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All of the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Jesus
It's
that is sad.
yeah, he just like fell off a wall and died, and that's like the kid's tale.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's such a child-friendly tale.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, Mary, would you like to say one of the stories you found?
Of course.
Another fun cultural fact. I told you this before, that a lot of like noble women, high-ranking women, a lot of their names and stories starts with an O, and that's because O was added to their name when said because it's an honorary thing, saying like O Iwa, their real name is Iwa, but you add O Iwa because it's like Lady Iwa. So if you will often find in old Japanese stories like women's names start with an O, and that's what.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
So my story is about a doubtful record of the Plate Mansion.
Okay.
So the Yoshida Mansion sits in the 5th ward of...
Oh yeah, I'll help you out. Ushigome Gomon.
Ushigome Gomon. The lot of which it was built was once the home to the place of Lady Sen before she made her journey to
Akasaka.
I don't want to mispronounce anything.
Yeah, fine, you're
Akasaka in Edo in 1626. After that, another building once stood in that lot which burned to the ground. The home of the minor lord Aoyama.
Aoyama.
Aoyama Harima. In the house of Aoyama, a young girl named Okiku was a maidservant. On the 2nd day, the 2nd year of Ju, or January 2nd, 1653, Okiku accidentally broke one of the 10 precious plates that were the heirloom of the Aoyama clan. Harima's wife was furious, and she said that since Okiku had broken one of the 10 plates, it was fair to cut off one of Okiku's 10 fingers in return. That's great.
Eye for an eye.
Literally. The middle finger of her right hand was chosen, and Okiku was confined to a cell until the punishment could be carried out. During that night, Okiku managed to slip her bonds and escape from her cell. She ran outside and threw herself into an unused well, drowning at the bottom. The next night, from the bottom of the well came a woman's voice. 1, 2. Soon the sound of her voice could be heard echoing throughout the mansion, counting the plates. Everyone was so terrified their hairs stood up all over their bodies. Harima's wife was pregnant, and she gave birth to the child, and her child was missing the middle finger on its right hand. News of it made back to the imperial court, and cursed the Aoyama family and were forced to forfeit their territories and holdings. The sound of the counting on the plates continued. The imperial court held special ceremonies to calm Okiku's spirit, but all in vain. At last, they sent a holy man to cleanse the spirit. The night the holy man waited inside the house. He waited patiently as the voice counted 8, 9, and then suddenly he shouted 10. Okiku Yurei was heard to whisper, "Oh, how glad I am," before she disappeared. Yeah.
So she just needed the plates to be counted.
Interesting. I guess she just became obsessed with them after that.
I guess so. When your soul's connected
To the plates.
plates.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting. The child being born without the finger was a nice touch.
Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so the next story I'm going to talk about is more of an urban legend. It's not a full story because there's different versions of this. So I'm just going to explain it. It's called Toire no Hanako-san, which translates to Hanako of the toilet. Yes, it is a toilet story. Didn't expect that in a spooky episode. But it does get pretty creepy. So some background on the story. Toire no Hanako-san is an urban legend about a young girl named Hanako, and she's a ghost who haunts school restrooms. She is the subject of schoolyard legends across Japan, and the details of her story vary over time. She is a schoolgirl with bobbed hair, wearing a white shirt and a red skirt with suspenders. Very specific. So the death. How did she die? What's the origin of this story? So in some versions, she was a schoolgirl who was being chased by a madman. She ran to her school and hid in this restroom stall, but the man found her and murdered her. Because it was a holiday, nobody found her body for several days. In other versions, she was a student during World War II, and there was an air raid or the bombing of Hiroshima or Nagasaki, something like that. And she was playing hide and seek with her friends and hid in the bathroom stall when the air raid sirens went off. She was unable to hear the sirens, so she continued to hide in the stall while her classmates were all evacuated to an air raid shelter. She died in a fire when the school was struck by the bomb. But her spirit continues to hide in that bathroom to this day. Other versions claim she was a victim of constant abuse and she committed suicide in that bathroom stall. That's a sadder one.
Yeah.
And then Hanako-san's legend goes as far back as the 50s. It's been around a long time, but it reached its peak of popularity in the 80s and 90s, and at this time, it is said that nearly every school in Japan had its own legend of Hanako-san. And many schools invented their own origin stories where, that's why there's a lot of different ways she died. Everyone just kind of makes up something. But I find so amazing that, how widespread this is, that, every school, knows of Hanako and has told the tale, and people have claimed to see her, because there are ways of summoning her, as I'm about to tell you. So the story. Hanako-san haunts the third stall in the third floor of the girls' restroom of a school. Sometimes it varies, sometimes depending on, no one really knows what age she died, so sometimes it can be, elementary school or high school. Yeah. So, if a student knocks on her stall 3 times...
A lot of 3s.
3 is the unlucky number of this story. So, if you knock on her stall 3 times and ask if Hanako is there, a scratchy voice will reply, "Yes!" If the student opens the stall door, Hanako will appear and pull you into the toilet and kill you.
How lovely.
Or the toilet is the path to hell.
Oh.
Either you die or you go to hell.
Oh my god, you're getting pulled by some little girl.
Yeah. Yeah. And the precise steps to summon her varies greatly from school to school, but that's the most common thing, the rule of 3s. There is a bright side though. To escape from Hanako-san, one must show her something that she hates.
Huh.
Which gets a little goofy. People claim that she hates schoolwork or tests with good grades on them.
Oh, she was jealous?
Yeah, I think maybe she wasn't good at school, and so she just hated when other people had good grades. Also, another thing that she doesn't like is the school lunch milk carton.
That's fair, I agree with that.
I mean, who?
There's something wrong with that milk.
Who likes that? The only good milk is when it's chocolate milk. I remember always getting the chocolate milk.
Oh my god, the True Moo milk?
I don't even remember that.
Isn't that the milk that was in the little cartons? It was the True Moo milk. And they had the little jokes on the side.
Oh yeah. The jokes. Jokes that were terrible.
They were so bad.
Yeah. But good grades and the milk carton from the cafeteria
Totally valid.
are the only two like consistent things that she does not like. So if you show her those, she will disappear.
Interesting. She'll just like run away.
Yeah. And that is the legend of Hanukkah, of Toida no Hanukkah-san. There's a lot. I didn't even realize how big Hanukkah was.
Really?
Yeah, there are so many movies about her.
Really?
Yeah, and there's actually a new, I guess not really that new, but a popular manga called Toilet Bound Hanako. But for some reason, they made Hanako a little boy.
Oh,
instead.
interesting.
I don't know why they
switched it up.
I don't know why they did that.
I was gonna say inclusivity, but men are very included in society. So I don't know.
How about we exclude men?
Let's
just not. Your turn to tell another tale from Japan. Yeah.
Okay, so first I'll be telling everybody how to recognize a yurei. So this creature is easily recognizable because it does not have legs. It is no longer part of this world. The yurei cannot walk on the ground like humans would. It wanders in limbo, which gives that characteristic floating appearance. Often represented as a young woman with black hair, disheveled and with hanging arms, her skin is pale and livid, normal since she is dead. She carries a...
Well, let me help you out here. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a long one. Hitaikakushi.
What he said. On her forehead. Or talisman that is supposed to ward off evil spirits. The wispy white robe, similar to a funeral kimono. This creature is often accompanied by will-o'-the-wisps to signify the appearance of a paranormal phenomenon. In Japan, both yurei and yokai are particularly active in summer during the Obon period and usually appear at night. There is nothing that the Day of the Ghosts is celebrated on July 26th.
I didn't even know there was a Day of the Ghosts.
Me too, that's kind of cool.
Is it like Day of the Dead where like the ghosts show up and you like honor the ghosts or whatever?
That'd be kind of cool.
I don't know if I want the ghosts to show up.
True. I wonder if it's like a big thing in Japan.
Probably.
So types of yurei. There are several types of yurei, more or less dangerous. There's the...
That's gonna be hard to pronounce, but
Onryo. An onryo is a vengeful ghost that can be found in most of Japan's horror movies, such as The Ring.
Yeah.
That we saw. There's the...
Ubume.
And an ubume is a ghost of a young mother who died while she was expecting a child.
That's sad.
That is really sad.
Goryo.
A goryo is a ghost of a nobleman responsible for natural disasters.
And Funayurei.
And a funayurei is the spirit of a drowning person who tries to capsize boats. That is very particular.
Very specific.
Yeah.
I think someone was having a particular experience repeatedly.
So now we're going to inform you guys on how to get rid of a yurei.
Yes, very important. Yeah, in case you come across a yurei. In case you're in Japan and you come across a yurei.
This could save your life.
Yes, very important information.
So, if by misfortune you are haunted by a yurei, you can use a tailman to ward off evil spirits, but the only way to eradicate it is by bringing it to eternal rest. First of all, you need to understand what the ghost is asking for and what the purpose of his revenge is. In case of a failed funeral ceremony, you can soothe his or her soul by performing funeral rites or finding an honorable grave. Sometimes the yurei simply wants justice. This is frequently the case when he has been persecuted or deeply bruised. Exorcism performed by a Buddhist monk is sometimes necessary when the vengeful spirit still does not disappear at all. So now I'll be telling 2 very short stories of some yureis. So the first one is the story of
Yotsuya Kaidan.
Thank you. I'm glad I have someone that knows Japanese. Yotsuya Kaidan.
There you go.
Probably the most famous ghost story in Japan. This is
Kabuki.
Kabuki play written in 1825 by, oh my god.
Tsuruya Namboku.
The fourth has inspired many horror movies. It's about the terrible legend of Oiwa, a young Japanese woman betrayed by her husband. A poor samurai named Lemon, interesting, manages to marry the sweet Oiwa after murdering her father.
Wait, hold on. That's not the name.
Named Lemon.
I know this story. His name is not Lemon. I was like, there's no L's in Japan.
It was like
no,
lemon.
It's supposed to be an I. It's Iemon. Or Iemon.
Wow, they were wrong.
I don't know why they spelled it that way.
Okay, so we're gonna start over. A poor samurai named Iemon manages to marry the sweet Oiwa after murdering her father. Later, he is seduced by another richer woman, named Oume?
Yeah, Oume.
In love, she decides to get rid of her rival by disfiguring Oiwa with a poison. It's terrible. Iemon then wishes to separate from his wife in order to marry Oume. So he finds a way to dishonor her and achieve his goals. When Oiwa sees her reflection in a mirror, she realizes that she's been tricked. She explodes with rage before accidentally killing herself. That's kind of crazy. After her death, she returns to haunt her husband to fulfill her revenge until Iemon kills his new wife and gets murdered by Oiwa's brother. So everyone dies.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Except the brother, I guess.
He made it out.
Yeah. Botandoro.
This is the destiny of 2 lovers shattered by the tragic death of a young woman of outstanding beauty. Overwhelmed by grief, the young man wanders around at night in total despair. It is then that he perceives the ghost of the beloved illuminated by a lantern. Happy to find each other, the young lovers spent several nights together. But one day, the neighbors realize that the beautiful young woman is actually a skeleton. Disgusted, he decides to end the relationship. The young man then spends one night with his lover before being found dead in the morning.
Wait, hold on. He spent the night with her after finding out. Did he just?
Yeah.
Did he just?
How did that work?
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know what happened that night.
Well, he was dead in the morning, so something happened.
Yeah, he became a skeleton the next day.
Basically.
That's crazy. I love. Oh, she's a skeleton. I think I'm gonna end the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think it's over. I don't think you ever had a relationship.
But I'll still spend the night, you know.
Yeah,
like...
we'll still, I mean, we are husband and wife, like, we got a duty to we have a job to do as husband and wife, whether you're a skeleton or not.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness. I keep rolling my sleeves up and then rolling them back because I get hot.
I noticed.
But then I get cold. Like my arms can't decide if they're hot or cold.
Interesting.
Yes, but I am now going to end this episode with my own experiences with ghosts. Yes. The first little mini story I have was when I was very young. I'm not even gonna guess the age. Like a child.
Young.
I'm just a child. And
like elementary school?
Yeah, elementary school. And it's Thanksgiving. and I'm helping my parents set up the table, and the like if you probably remember how it was like I had the dining room, but then I had like a little arch, so it was like a doorway with no door. Yeah, so as I'm setting up, I like look up next to me, and I see across the doorway, I just see this white figure just float across like quickly. And it wasn't like a, because sometimes you see things when your head moves, you know, blurry vision, but like my head, I like looked up, and like it was, my vision was still. I just saw it go and it was like, and I was like so weirded out by that I drew it. I drew what I saw in my notebook. And as I'm drawing, my brother's girlfriend at the time walked up behind me and looked at what I was drawing, and she said, I had a dream where that woman was in my dream.
That's scary. Oh my god.
And I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Oh my god.
But also she could have been fucking with me.
Did she seem like the type that would do that?
Yeah, she did seem like the type. But I don't know, that freaked me out. It's like,
that is scary.
Yeah. So we don't know if she was telling the truth or not, but that is as a spooky tale. And the next tale I have is a bit more realistic. And it happened when like I was in college. Yes, when I was in college, actually freshman year of college, I had a jacket in my closet that I wore a lot when I wore it before, but it was like a woman's jacket, so I stopped wearing it. But I had sentimental value with it, and I just kept it in my closet thinking like, oh, I like this jacket, but like I don't feel comfortable wearing it anymore. So I'm just gonna keep it in my closet until like, I don't know, until I figure out what to do with it. But like the thing is that jacket, it I don't know, I felt like I had a bad attachment to the jacket because I would always open my closet and see it and just feel so conflicted and stuff. But then, and so I never wore this jacket. I never took it out of the closet, never touched it, because I was like, I don't feel comfortable in that jacket. One day, I'm lying in my bed, and I'm turning towards the wall, and I hear, like, it's because it's all silent, nothing happened. All of a sudden, I hear what sounded like heavy fabric fall to the ground. And I turn around and I see my jacket lying. I see my jacket lying on the floor, spread out, like it was gently, like it was just like gently put there.
In like the middle of your room?
In the middle of my room.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, I think this is a sign, and I immediately threw it in the trash. I didn't throw it. I threw it in like the Goodwill bin outside. There's like
completely fair. That's
I was
creepy.
like, I think this is a sign. I think whatever did this was new. I was conflicted with this jacket, and they're like, get rid of it.
That was a sign. Yeah.
I was like, I need to get rid of this jacket, and I got rid of that jacket immediately. I was like, hey, if there's some spirit messing with this, we're getting that out of here.
Totally valid. Oh my gosh. That's insane. You never told me about that.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just like, I guess I don't know. We didn't really talk much freshman year.
True, yeah.
So that was like before we started like really talking every week. And then I just forgot about it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope that we spooked you out.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below any ghost stories that you might have had.
All right. Bye.
Bye.